Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Henry Pauli. We're looking at one of the brand new Harley Benton Fusion 4? I don't know what the series is. The newest Fusions. They just released 41 different models. There's HH versions. There's HSS. There's HSH, like the white one behind me. There's different colors. There's a white one behind me. There's opaque ones. There are ones with flames. There are some with quilt. They clock in at $4.99. On paper, they sport the most amazing specs. What about if you have it on your lap? Well, that's what we're here to find out. And we're going to go through a shit ton of stuff before I bitch about a few things. Generally speaking, I can tell you this already, at $4.99, you're getting utterly ridiculous specs that even if not everything is perfect, would fully warrant you getting the guitar and getting those things fixed, right? It's like you get a dog. You love the dog. It's an amazing dog. I mean, the best specs in the world. But you're still going to go take him to the vet to get him fixed. You know that right away when you get the dog. I mean, no matter how good the dog is, you're going to have to get him fixed. That's the new Harley Benton Fusion series. So let's take this puppy out of the box. A puppy. That means dog.
Salt in the air, sugar on my tongue. You and me in the kitchen, making something young. We call it fusion, when the pieces melt together, when the old shapes disappear, and a new name lasts forever. We call it fusion, when the pieces melt together, and a new shape becomes clear. We applaud this new endeavor. Steel in the frame, glass in the light, coding in the daytime, dancing late at night.
So let's get some sounds and what is that thing called? Oh, product shots. So before we go to the song, which you might skip or not skip or whatever you want to do with it, this is a pretty cheesy 80s AOR thing. Let's talk specs here. Again, $4.99, and it has pretty impressive speckaroonies. We have a Nayeto body. It is, as far as I can tell, at least 1, 2, 3 pieces. At $4.99, that's totally fine. Paul Smith sells you guitars for $3,700 out of 3 pieces. So, Nayeto is a form of mahogany, but it's actually just a form of mahogany, which most people use and they call it mahogany. Harley Benton actually calls it what it is. And Ibanez does the same thing. We got recessed cavity covers. This one is relatively small, which is why this position of the jack is weird. This would usually be here. And I would like it here because that's what I'm freaking used to. Guitar players do not do change. But it is further down so that they had a smaller cavity cover. Strange choice, but now you know. We have a natural binding, which is really, that looks like it is actually maple. It's not the same wood, but it's not the top. It can't be because the top is clearly just a veneer. So it looks like it's a maple top. Does it say that in my specs that I got? Diameter with tapered heel and sculpted rear body contouring. Neck, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't say anything. So we have this, let's call it fake binding. And this color, I don't quite know what it's called now. They called it blue burst quilt something. And then I looked at the guitar and I told them, please don't call it blue burst. And Harley Benton are nice people. They pay attention to the reviewers and the customers. They are very involved in the community. Actually, if you think they don't read every single comment on Facebook, on forums, they do. They really pay attention. So there is this tiny half-centimeter wide blue transition area here. And that's why they called it blue. And I said, please don't do that. Someone's going to buy this thinking they get a blue guitar. This is a black burst gray quilt with a hint of blue in the transition. It's not a blue guitar. And they changed it immediately. Good on them. We got a zebra humbucker here and a covered one here. I like the look. We have a Babbage trem. It's the Babbage standard. It's the one that Babbage sells to luthiers as an OEM, so you can't buy this by yourself on your own. But I'm going to say this is likely, what, $200? Easily, maybe even more. It's a very high-end trem. You can see that on the big trem block there. Very nice. It has thicker saddles, right? And that means that string doesn't come out on top. The string comes out in the middle. So that when you're muting, your normal lying on the bridge position is weird. You have to be a little bit further. It's just an adjustment period, but just so you know, it's a little bit weird, the Babbage trem. But it's a very nice high-end trem on a guitar that absolutely shouldn't be in the business of having a nice trem like that. We, of course, have a truss rod adjustment right here. We have a flamed maple roasted neck with a beautiful flamed fretboard, which you can see on the side here. Look at that. This is shit that you get on 7,000 euro boutique guitars. I have shit like this on guitars, but not on one for $499. And I honestly don't know of any other brand that puts that kind of wood in my hand. We have lumen lays on the sides, very nice and big, so on any stage you see where you are. They went with these surrounds for inlays, which I love. They're ultra subtle, and depending on the neck, like on the white one, on the fretboard, they're absolutely disappearing and you can't even see them. So if you think you're the kind of person that needs very clearly visible fretboard markers, then this isn't your guitar. But let me tell you, I've had this discussion for years. You do not need anything in the fretboard. You as a guitar player don't do this. That's not where your head goes. You look down and you instinctively look on the side. Nobody does this. Well, I would say Jeff Healey did, because he played the guitar like this. But he was fucking blind, so he also didn't need markers. Right? Is he dead? I think so. Killer guy. So, yeah, the sides are totally fine. We got a Graphtec XL Tusk nut that, at least on the white one, was slotted a little bit tight, which results in some tuning instabilities with the Babbage. So that means that might be something to look at and open up a little bit from a luthier. We have string trees. We have staggered Jinho tuners with Harley Benton logo on them. So these are staggered locking tuners. Not just that they're locking, but they're also staggered. Why are they staggered? Because years ago I said, hey, killer guitar, but why don't you have staggered tuners? That's just even better. And from then on, they made staggered tuners. So we got staggered tuners, locking, string tree, graph take, Tesla pickups, Babbage. All this shit should be a killer guitar, right? We'll talk about the electronics after the song, which is called Fusion. Yes, it's an AI song where I replaced all the guitars, all the bass, all the drums myself, and even changed some things around. But essentially, it's an AI song about, fusion. Here we go.
Scatter of parts, labels and logos, a graveyard of charts. Everyone says, just pick one lane, but I see a pattern in all of this strange fusion, fusion. I'm building it my own way, taking every little spark that stayed. Fusion, fusion, from the leftover and use, turning every borrowed piece into something new. I've got a wheel from a dream that broke down, a frame from a plan that never left town, a heart from a risk I was scared to try. Now they click into place and it starts to shine. Fusion, fusion, I'm building it my own way, taking every little spark that stayed. Fusion, fusion, from the leftover and use, turning every borrowed piece into something new. They said it wouldn't fit, that it couldn't be done, but I'm tightening the seams till the many feel like one. Every cast off choice, every offhand view is a line in the blueprint leading me through. Fusion, fusion, I'm building it my own way, taking every little spark that stayed. Fusion, fusion, from the leftover and used, turning every borrowed piece into something new. Fusion, fusion, this mixture is the truth. I was made to put these worlds into something new.
Thank you for watching that. For the uninitiated that don't know why I do this and why I do it with AI, this is not to show you, hey, here's a great song. No, I don't really think there was a great song. It's a playground for me to get to learn the instrument. By producing a song like this, first of all, I do what I love doing, which is programming drums and producing, but I also have a playground where I can test sounds. I can see, what does the guitar do? How does it play? Instead of just me sitting there, noodling, I'm actually recording music. And at the end, I know a lot more about the instrument. Let's talk about electronics. The knobs, the dome heads are recessed, which is kind of really cool. So they're actually in little indentations in the guitar. That is also something you really only see on pretty high-end instruments. This little switch here, when it's down, should do nothing. When it's up, it gives you a split tap, a tap coil, not split. It taps the humbuckers in places. God, on that. It's very shiny, but it also means it's very easily fingerprinted. And now I put fingerprints here. Yeah, it's a black guitar. You're gonna see fingerprints. So that means in this position, you can switch it to single coil, and in this position, you can switch it to single coil. Technically, in between positions, nothing should happen. I'm having an issue with the electronics. I don't think it's an issue with the pickups. They are the same company and same quality that are in the ST model, and the same company quality that are in the Carlos Asensio model, which is a brilliant guitar. In here, the electronics are doing some voodoo that they shouldn't do. Let's find out. Into the Tone King Imperial on the humbucker here. That is mulmig, as we say in German. There's something not right. It's not open, top end's missing. That, honestly, that's not a usable humbucker. I know, hey, look, they're paying me for this. Can you imagine? They're paying me to say that? No, they're not. They're paying me to do my job, and my job is to tell them and you that that's not right. But the pickup's fine. So it would require you to just rewire this, or a luthier, give someone $50, and I'm pretty sure this guitar will bloom up. But this is not. This is actually with the tone all the way up. What is this for? So maybe is resistor the word? Some thingamajig is too big or small. Something like this. Of course, Tone King Imperial into 412 Greenback loaded cab in the aux with some reverb attached. So if we switch this to single coil, it's also pushing a bit hard. That amp shouldn't be driving. That's kind of what the humbucker should sound like, but it's the single coil idea. In between. That's fine. Middle. Very honky. But also the top end is not there. What is this? Okay, the only way I can describe that is a bad guitar sound. So it does something in... Shouldn't be doing anything in that position. Okay, that's the humbucker. Sounds kind of out of phasey almost. That should be rewired. Whatever it is, I think pickups are fine. This would be half an hour at your luthier telling him, rip that shit out, give me a 5-way, give me a 3-way. And you're done. So we're gonna put that into some drive. Flex. That's the Friedman Plex. I'm sorry, that sounds out of phase. Master JCM 800 modified all the way cranked up. Tube Workshop Lulis, high gain. And the Engel Founders Edition for some lead. So here's a full disclosure. On paper, all the specs killer. This is an amazing guitar for $499, but not the way that they sent it to you or me. If this is the way that the wiring is, then there's an issue. I have it on good authority. The pickups are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're the similar, not the same, but the similar quality pickups that they had in other guitars, which I absolutely loved. So it is a pure quick resolder, rewire job. I wouldn't be able to do that, but my local luthier can. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to make a follow-up video in a couple of weeks, having both these guitars rewired and see if it opens up. There's definitely something weird happening there, and signal gets lost quite a bit, or enhanced, or, you know, something. This takes a little bit of getting used to, okay? Other than that, if you're willing to go get it and spend another, I don't know, $50 to get it rewired, you have a very, very solid guitar with the bobbage and locking and staggered and the woods and the looks. It's all there. What would it sound like if it's rewired? I honestly can't tell you, but this is the most I can tell you at this point. I'll put links below. Please use them. And we put animals at the end, as always.